If you've seen any of my videos over the last year and a bit, you'd know that I like to use these pre-made little poses of mine here. I use them to cover the basic talking parts of my video when not a lot is going on. It's a big part of what allows me to make these videos more frequently and stops me from getting burnt out on a specific project. Unlike most storytime creators, I end up getting real sick of drawing myself for the millionth time just standing and talking with an explaining hand. It gets really tedious fast. Instead, this allows me to put more focus on the creative and fun original drawings, which you notice and remember more anyway, and then I'm allowed to get videos out more frequently and faster, and it's just better for everyone. I at least have found this to be a really good balance. And throughout making videos last year, I've evolved my use of these poses from what would be your typical PNG tuber with a moving mouth, or one that opens every time I speak, the pose jumping up and down when I speak, to finally what we have now where it's just the static pose. Over time, I found and was given feedback saying that this was the least distracting, and I agree. However, this PNG tuber, despite how useful it has been, is old. I find it kind of tired and overused now, and I don't feel it's even reflective of my current art. I find the current selection of poses to be a bit limiting, plus I'm just, well, bored of it. I mean, he doesn't even have the undershirt sleeve cuffs that I always draw, and what even is this hand? So join me today for a little fun art video where I make myself a new PNG tuber to use for my videos. I've been planning to do this for the past few months actually, and it's just been on the back burner as I keep working on other projects and struggle to find the time for it. Initially, I wanted to make a whole animated VTuber model with face tracking and everything, and reveal for the 1 year doing YouTube videos video. I've made one in the past using Live 2D, which I've since lost to a hard drive failing, and I've animated and made 2D character rigs during my university days as well, so I have experience on this topic, and was quite confident. But I had scheduling conflicts that month, so I wasn't able to get it done in time. I started drawing the model in January, and just found myself procrastinating on it throughout the remainder of February and March. When I sat down to finally get back to work on it, I realized that I was probably procrastinating for a reason. After some thoughts and consulting with my friends, I decided that I'd rather just update my PNG tuber poses, which I know I can do a good job on, rather than spend a lot of energy and money into creating what would probably be a subpar VTuber. Buying Live 2D, a decent webcam, and relearning the software is actually a lot more work than it seems, and I felt the constant movement of a PNG tuber might go against the feel I want my videos and lead to more of a stream archive feel or an uncanny valley appearance. I think the static poses work better for what is traditionally seen with storytime animation channels, which I don't perfectly fit into the niche of, but share a lot of commonalities with. I'd still like to get back into making a VTuber model in the future, maybe for streams or something, since it is an area I still do enjoy and want to delve into, so if people are interested, it could be a future potential video. Anyway, with the new poses, I initially drew them out on paper. I did 20 poses covering a wide range of emotions, some based on what I already had, and some that I felt were lacking earlier. In the last 3 years, I haven't done a lot of traditional drawing, instead opting for digital, but returning to the sketchbook was really refreshing and a nice change of pace. I don't have a good way to record it, unfortunately, but I'd like to make more art videos, so perhaps it's something I'll try and get more established for the future. Moving on to digital now, I was a bit slower and meticulous with these compared to my usual drawings for videos. I wanted them to be high quality, of course, since they'll show up a lot, but I also wanted to try and make sure they're consistent with one another, so when I swap between poses it isn't too jarring. Comparing the old poses to the new ones, despite only being just over a year apart, I feel you can really see the difference in my art and art style. I think I haven't grown in my art that much, but when I look at them side by side, I can see some noticeable improvements. I'm better at drawing more consistently, although to be fair that should be expected when I've drawn my persona a lot over the past year. My colours are much brighter and saturated, and the shadows blend together with the base colours. I like the proportions more on the newer drawings. Sometimes the head felt a bit too big and off model on the older ones. I've improved at drawing hands, still not exactly where I want to be with them, but I'm really hard on myself and end up drawing most of my hands without any reference. And despite my old ones still having an anime influence in regards to art style, I feel it's much more noticeable with the newer ones. With the old poses, I referenced and studied a lot of Studio Ghibli, specifically the dad from My Neighbor Totoro, since he has a similar outfit to mine. I tried to capture the expressions, eye style, colours and roundness from there. However, after a year of evolving that style and drawing from other things, I feel the current one is more traditional anime in a sense. Sure, the eyes aren't super sparkly, but I feel the proportions and expressions line up more with your typical anime style compared to last year. All in all, I feel I've taken that original style, evolved and grown it to make it more of my own. I think it's become quite unique, and I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully these poses will last me quite a while, and I want to add more expressions to them to expand the library of poses more frequently as well. But I'd be interested to see how my art evolves each year. I'm not sure if I'll be making a new PNG tuber each year, and I'm not really sure how my YouTube channel videos will evolve and how I present them. Who knows, I might be doing fully animated videos in the future if I have the time and budget to do so. So let's go through all the poses and take a look at each of them. First up we have the default standing pose. I feel you can see the differences quite clearly with the first basic one. The face is a bit more sharper with the jaw and chin compared to the rounded face of my old style, and my hair is more puffy and fluffy towards the top rather than coming around the side of my head like it was originally. And I'm wearing a v-neck more, and it's more saturated in regards to colours and everything. This one is like arms crossed over thinking. It was hard to get the hand to go into the arm without making it look really bad, but I think I did okay by putting it within the sleeve of the jumper. Again, the head is the most noticeable part, I think. Explaining hand, pretty simple. It's just a basic pose of the arm up. I do like how I did the hand for this one. I think I improved a lot with the hands, honestly, looking at them side by side. This thinking one, it's similar to the pose I do have already. I'm still not 100% happy with the hands though. It's just a difficult pose to create with hands, I feel. This one, it's just kind of looking up, tired, straight on. I do like this one. I think I'll use it quite a bit because it is... I didn't have a lot of negative emotions with the old PNG tuber, and I feel I've got a few more here which are a bit more varied and I'll have fun using them. This one is more of a thinking one, but a bit more concerned thinking. I kind of took it with, I had a hunched over pose before thinking. I've used the same hand and expression here, but just a bit more upright. Then another front on pose, just head empty. I do like this one a lot. I think it's very anime, but I want to have a bit more fun and playfulness with my persona here, and I'm excited to use this one. An excited, happy one, hands up and everything, big anime, closed eyes, another real fun one to do. I've got this one here. It's never kind of like tired or annoyed or just kind of bored expression. Like he's leaning back with his arms back and looking up forwards, and I want to play around with the expressions a bit more. Like there'll be the first variations will be of just expression on the face compared to the pose gets easy. We have like a nervous one where he's sweating and kind of doing the ano eto ehehe kind of thing. But yeah, it's another fun one. And I tried to make the poses all pretty clear silhouette wise and hand wise, expression wise, because I want them to be very variable and just easy to convey what I'm getting across without having to make it too complicated or messy. We've just got hands on hips, kind of confident looking. I've got reading a book, because I feel when I'm talking about specific media, if it is a book or if I'm referencing something, so I do want to talk more about the behind the scenes from things and books I have read, I feel this will be a useful post to have. I've got me just kind of cocky, hands out, shrugging. I'm not 100% happy with the hands on these ones, but I think it's a fun post to have, and I can inflate my ego a little bit with it in the videos. I've got another one that's very anime, like the kind of sad tear, but also understanding. It's another varied expression I can use. I'm looking forward to using that one. And then finally, just another explaining variation, so it's not always a handout. This one just pointing up like a teacher or something. Yeah, I do apologize for rambling, but reflecting on doing this art and talking about it, it is really refreshing to me and something I do enjoy doing. I might make more of these small laid-back art videos in the future if people are interested in seeing them. I'll try and keep a specific topic to them though, so it's not just vague, or if it's a specific art project I'm working on, I'll make it more of like a challenge or something, and then we can talk about it. But it's just an unscripted, kind of off-the-beat video. In the past, I used the PNG tuber with VideoTube Mini, so I would record it live and change the poses as I speak, like so. But with the new one, I just want to try experiment of editing the poses into the video itself in Premiere Pro rather than recording it alongside the audio. I think this will give me a bit more variety in my editing style, and I want to do more with the poses, which was a bit more limiting when it's a recorded video, I feel. It might take a bit longer, but it's something I feel that I had to do eventually. So yes, say goodbye to this old PNG tuber here, everyone. This will be the last time I properly use it in a video for who knows how long, maybe forever. So it was fun using it, but like all good things, it does have to come to an end, and we look forward to using the new poses in all the future videos, so look forward to that. And if you enjoyed this one, do let me know in the comments if you want to see more art discussion kind of videos, and I might make some more. So yeah, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.